Good morning, YouTubers. Welcome to the next installment of Dr. Jet's unscripted, unwarranted, unfunny, unentertaining videos. Normally I would say unedited, but I'm trying something new today. As you can tell, I am not using my forehead-mounted iPhone for this particular portion of the video. Instead, what I'm doing is using the forward-looking camera on the Dr. Jet space shuttle. So, I'm on my way to the pond, and I've made some changes to the donut outrigger. I redid the turn fin in such a manner that I can actually change its angle left and right by moving it, by rotating it on one of the two screws that it hinges on. I'll talk about that later. Anyway, the reason I'm talking to you on my way to the pond here is so we can talk about the challenge. Oh, while we're into that, if you'll notice, there seems to be a light mist on my windshield. That is the typical Southern California late night and early morning low coastal clouds and fog, generally clearing by noon. Temperatures in the 70s on the coast, 80s inland, 90s inland valleys. That's our weather report, 200 days out of the year. We in Southern California memorize that. Anyway, let's talk about the 12-inch challenge. Today is Monday, June 27th. It was 72 years ago today that the U.S. troops rolled into North Korea. But I digress. Back to the challenge. So there's 1 week before the 4th of July. That's when all entries for the 12-inch challenge must be in. And look at this jerk. Gotta get in front. So, unfortunately, I'm a week out and I don't have a single official, finger quotes on that, official entry. Now, Big B has actually done 9 laps. He miscounted the first lap with his little rigger, and so far that puts him in first place. Then he's also demonstrated that his little kneeler has the capability of doing 10 laps, in terms of run time, and the ability to go around the corners. Oh yeah, police radar somewhere. Anyway, so Big B has demonstrated 2 boats. There's one more competitor that's actually sent photos of a boat under construction. So, as it stands right now, nobody's completed the challenge, but Big B has 2 entries that have actually seen the water and have the ability to complete the challenge, and the other ones are still on the bench, but just to be cool and such, I'm going to give out prizes to whoever's furthest along, in the process of building something. So that's going to be how I deal with this. And it's going to be winner's choice, so the winner can choose his prize in the second place and so forth. Now, let's get to the next challenge. Once this challenge is over, I'm going to throw up another challenge, and I want to see you guys try harder on this one. Now, the wood one may have been a little bit. So, my next challenge, I'm going to make it really cheap and easy to build. No special tools needed, a block of sandpaper and a pair of scissors and some glue is probably all you'll need. And what I'm trying to do, you know, my motto has always been fast, cheap, and out of control. And I would really like to get an organized class together that's cheap, where everybody can put a boat on the water for under $100, including everything. There's motor, speed control, battery, everything under $100. That would be ideal. It might go to $150 by the time you figure everything in. But the cheaper, the better. So the next challenge, I'm going to specify a building material, a cheap common building material. I'm going to specify a size, and I'm going to specify a type of hull. You know, you have catamarans, and you have V-hulls, and you have hydroplanes, and you have outriggers. And so I'm going to specify it's going to be this hull type, it's going to be this size, and the goal is going to be to find a suitable motor propeller battery combination that will work on this model. I've built several of these things so far and have discovered that it's real easy to overpower these things to where they're no longer boats. It won't stay on the water. It'll just fly off the water. In fact, one of them, Lake Poway's really clear, and one of them shot up into the air like a moonshot, and then it landed back in the water and was swimming along sideways, you know, in about 3 feet of water. It looked hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. The water's so clear, you can see this thing swim along on its side. So, yeah, it's real easy to overpower them, and when I break the cone of silence around the materials, the size, and the power, and so forth, you'll see what I'm talking about. But my goal is to see these things, a bunch of guys racing these things, and they're so cheap and easy to build. If you bust them up, you just go build another one. You know, spend, you know, a couple hours and have another hull ready to go. So what I'm planning is based on an old J. Turner design from, oh God, maybe 35 years ago, that I've shrunk down. His original design used a car motor and NiCad cells. This is before nickel metal hydrides. You know, so he used a 05 car motor and 6 round cells in his version of this thing, and I've shrunk it down a little bit and tried to make it a little more competitive while still being cheap. So that's my plan. We're gonna have a fun little thing to run around and do a lot of competitive races. So that'll be the next challenge. Find an appropriate cheap power plant for this little guy. Now one of the problems with these little things is motor couplers. Oh God. So I'll share any ideas I have on motor couplers. There's a couple of things that I've discovered in the interim, and so we'll talk about that. There may be options. These are low power boats, so you may be able to get away with a plastic connector like I see in some of these toy grade boats. So that's something worth exploring too, and we'll get into that. So I think I've pretty much touched on everything that needs to be part of the discussion, and you get to see, you know, beautiful Highway 78 on the morning rush hour rush. Everybody going to work on a Monday morning, and I'm going to play. So until we get to the lake, jet out. Good morning, YouTubers, and welcome to beautiful Lake Poway. This is Monday, June 27th, and I'm hoping to add this on to the earlier video I did whilst driving the Shuttle Craft out here. Today I have the Dona outrigger here. Had a couple problems with it before, as you recall. One of them was its tendency to want to turn to the right. And what I did is I made a new turn fin out of a piece of aluminum, and the front mounting screw here is just a hole, and the rear mount is a smile cut, so I can pull the fin up and that'll effectively give it some right turn, or I can push the fin forward and it'll effectively give it some left turn, so I can change the trim by simply swinging this fin through this angle. I hope I'm getting it here for you. So we're going to give it a try. It still has that soft start that I'm not real keen on, but it works. So here we go, boys and girls. Let's see if I can do this without falling on my ass. These rocks are like little ball bearings, and the doctor has fallen on his ass before, and I'm sure it provided lots of entertainment. So I have lots of rudder throw, and we'll just kind of start off slow and easy and see what happens. Boy, the lake is going down fast. Ooh, yeah, let's throw it into some weeds here. Whoops, that's not what it's supposed to do. That's a lot of left trim here. Thank you. I'm working on making it run. Still got to feed in a lot of left. That's full left. So we'll change that turn fin. Oop, flipped it. Oh, one of the other things I did was I put a new boot on the rudder linkage. Okay, jet out for now. Okay, tubers, welcome back. The Dona flipped, took on a little bit of water. It's over there drying out right now. we're gonna run the microjet rigger. This boat has been pretty trouble-free. It doesn't take on water. It's been pretty good. I rebalanced the original 427 that was shaped kind of like a P series prop. It's a lot smoother sounding now, and it seemed to run better. The last time I tried the larger diameter detongued 427, I was getting a little bit of hopping on the back, which was odd. I would think this P shape would give more lift, but you know, this is a lot smaller in diameter too. This is probably 24 millimeters, maybe even as small as 23. I should go measure it sometime. Let's see if we can find a place where there's no algae to get hung up in the prop. The lake is down considerably. Okay, let's hope my camera is aimed in the right direction. And look, I did it. I hung it up on some algae. What? Why won't it get up on plane? That prop takes a bit to get it going now. Need to work on props. Come on. It's doing the submarine act. Here I was saying this is my most problem-free, and it's submarining on me. Why is it submarining on me? Oh, maybe I got too much weight up in the front. Maybe I'm dragging all kinds of crap behind me. Let's see if I can lose the crap and get a better run. Maybe the crap was the problem. Nope. We'll have to look at CG on this. Okay, until next time, jet out.